Hello, Cherie Hansen here. I would like to start by kindly inviting you to subscribe to my YouTube videos. I've been making them for a number of years as I have worked through issues and learned things. There is a lot of wisdom that comes from just having experienced many scenarios, many stories, many narratives. And also I have spent a lot of time reading and researching about how the mind works, about family imprinting and that kind of thing. I find it fascinating. And what I want to talk to you about today is what happens when we are living in a state of expectation. So it's kind of like we're out with our hook in the water. You know, we're going to catch a fish and cook it for dinner. And we're going to get the vaccine and get over the virus, and the economy will open up and everything will go back to being exactly like it was. And the problem that a lot of people are having with their mental health is that we're in a place where we have to deny the present in order to hold on to the dream or the expectation that everything will be exactly the way that I used to experience it. As I was working my way through my inability to deal with technology, portals and forms and how you fill this out and how you fill that out, I was thinking about what if the tech person who's helping me suddenly dropped back into the late 40s when I was first navigating reality. And they were coming up to a crank phone, and they had to deal with all of the structures and the methodologies that we had back then. I thought that would be a fine sci-fi story, is suddenly you wake up and, all of these things are from the past. And so it brought me to the place where I came to understand that the illusion of continuity is something that we're holding on to really, really hard right now, that things are a certain way. And what we know from studying physics, from studying civics, from looking at the turmoil of just geography, of how one country, for instance, the city where my grandfather was born, became 6 countries in the time that his family lived there. They didn't move, the boundaries just moved. So right now we're having our boundaries moved. We're having our sense of where we are in the world moved around so much and so fast that we are in a place where we can get off balance. And a lot of people are experiencing that. And I find it in a way kind of comforting, when I'm having anxiety and pushback and I just can't understand these forms. Why do I have to do this? Why does reality have to be this way? And there's no place you can put in a ticket to get reality changed. I wish there were. Excuse me, I don't like this reality. I'm going to put a ticket in for that, and I would like you to make it more navigable for me. So how do we get to a place where we are relaxed enough so that we're not resisting the resistance? So yes, there's going to be resistance. We're going to push back. We're going to be shocked. We're going to be frustrated. And what I think is so great about Gay Hendricks' book, The Big Leap, is he says that we should embrace that. We should embrace the frustration. When I cannot figure out how to fill out a form, online, that is when I know my brain is growing. And I hate it. I don't like it. But I say to myself, look at you. You're learning a new language. We're all learning a new language. But the problem is we don't know what it is yet. So if you're waking up at night and you're feeling anxious, find a way of dealing with that. I do YouTube videos that have hypnosis, that calm me down, that work with my breath. I find breath work during the day really helps me to shed the animal, small child reactions that come up as I deal with things. And the other part of it is to be able to congratulate ourselves. When you can go through something and you're not triggered, you're not angry, you're not terrified, you are still able to maintain an embodied, balanced, calm state, it's a major victory. It's not like the Super Bowl. It's bigger. It's way bigger. Because the skill that you're learning is going to take you through the next 20, 30, 40 years. We're into change now. We're into constant strobe light change. And the only way to go through that is to get into the body and try and stay as calm as you can. And then also congratulate yourself. I mean, it might have been a small victory today, but it was a victory. You did something you couldn't do before. Watch yourself for that. It's like, yay, I did that. Sometimes even just figuring out how to unlatch a door. I remember the first time when I went to Europe and the doors opened automatically, and I just stood there. It was like 1997. I just standing there on the sidewalk going, what the hell? The wall moved. and as I went through the first one and I got used to it, I got to a place where I knew that things were going to be unusual. And I was up for it because I had my mindset, okay, you're in a foreign country, you're speaking a foreign language, there's a foreign technology, there's a foreign baseline reality that we're stepping into, and let's just adapt, calm down. All right, so this is what I was thinking about today as I was laying there last night listening to my self-hypnosis YouTube. I'm going like, so many forms I couldn't do yesterday, and I was just running with this irritation, and I'm thinking, well, you know what, your brain was rewiring. You got a few new neurons, and you didn't break your computer against a wall or throw yourself on the bed sobbing in distress. You just stayed with it. That's what we need to do at this point, is just stay with it. We're growing. Stay with it. Stay out of the future. Stay in the now. Check your body and be kind. Thank you.